Larry Pierce, he was an American hero. The version that we're going to do is an acoustic version, and the reason why is that the album version is tuned high. Not quite sure, it's sharp. So just to make it easy, we'll do this live acoustic version, which is in standard pitch. So let's check this out. All right, so we start off with a G major 7 to a G6. It sounds very thin because the bass player is picking up the low end here. So it's just a G triad, right? Middle part of that chord. And then your index finger here on the F sharp, and then you just... If you don't have a bass player, you can make this chord here, put your index finger right there. Okay, and go. You could also, what would sound better is put the note B right here on the G string 4th fret and go. Right, oops, almost dropped my pick. Okay, so G major 7 to G6. So no bass player, I'd 100% play it like this. If I had a bass player, I'm just noodling along with the record, I'd do it this way. Oops. All right, and then the verse kicks in. Let's find that.
It's getting late. I'm just getting late. I'm gonna take you home. Get you all alone. And I'm gonna will you swallow my cum?
All right, so simple progression that just goes G major 7 to a variant of a D7 to a C to a D, and then back to G major 7, G6. So a little bit of detail here. He's playing the G major 7, it sounds like, as a very open, so you have an open B here. Gives it a very open sound. And then he plays, which is a D7, but you take away your bottom note. So it's really a D7 add 9, I guess you would call that, or D7 sus 2, because there's no third in here. So let's call it a D7 sus 2 chord. And then so he goes like this. Like that. So open, then you hit the G note here, and then you make it a D7 chord and rake. So it goes all together. Just like that. That's it, okay? So all together. And then a C, right? Back to the opening, and then he repeats that again. And then we go to the chorus. All right, very, very, very cool. Let's scoot back.
Swallow my cum. Swallow my cum. Swallow my
All right, so super simple chorus. We go to C. right, so C, D to G. You can play it as G like this, or I think he's playing it maybe more like that. It doesn't really matter. And then E minor, that's the first time. Second time is D to G. Then G7. Okay, no E minor that time, just a G7. And then back to E7. It's a G sharp. Listen to the vocal. So it's an E. But he's playing an E7. All right. So. That's it. Second chorus and verse and chorus are the same.
So you be careful. I've got plenty of booze. Ain't not what's true. Will you swallow my cup?
Listen. All right, so right before the bridge, he throws in another G7. Listen. Right? So. All right. So then we have our bridge. All right, so we have a. So the chords are C, C sharp half diminished, to D, and then. All right, so C. All right, so you notice how he goes bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, bum. So the C half diminished. Some of you may not know that chord. It's a good transition chord that's used often in between. It's used a lot of ways, but anyway, it's actually the seventh chord of the D major scale, so it resolves nicely to D. But okay, so it's a half diminished chord. So you make C sharp, G, F sharp, and down here C. It sounds like that. All right, I'll put the fingering on the screen so you go. And then, all right, listen to that one more time. Edit. All right, edit. Here we go. Somewhere. There it is. All right, so the chorus gives way to the return of the intro, and then we end on that. He's probably not playing the bass. The bass is playing the bass, but I'll play the bass note there. So the G7, and then it takes us to a stay on G, C, C sharp half diminished, and to D, to D. All right, so we start off the C, D, G, and then so then the first part's easy, C, D, G, and then we have the C, C sharp half diminished to D. So the C sharp half diminished chord, so just basically the easiest thing to do, 2 fingers like that, 2 fingers like that. So what it really is if you make a C sharp minor chord, you're really just moving that note down, then making it a flat 5. Right, so that's a half diminished chord, meaning that you've got a major 7 instead of a flat 7 in there. Is basically what that means. Okay, so it's a very commonly used transition chord between 2 major. Not commonly, but in this case, it's this C sharp half diminished to D. It's in a ton of songs. You'll find it out there in a bunch of places. So yeah, no big deal about that. So, but he goes, bum, 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 and that returns to.
Swallow my gum, swallow my gum, switch it on.
G6. All right. So that's it. God bless Larry Pierce. R.I.P. Have a great weekend.